Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel anxious for no reason? Stick around to learn 3 ways that your gut health is actually affecting your mental health. I'm Wendy Frazier. To get the best tips for better gut health, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell so you can be notified every single time I upload a new video. Stick around to the end and I'll show you how to get your free guide to the best supplements for gut health and bloating, which surprisingly are the same supplements that will help you with your mental health. I've experienced digestive issues for most of my life and also happen to have a family history of mental health issues. So this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart. I've also seen firsthand how addressing the microbiome can make a dramatic difference in the way that you feel. Just over 10 years ago, I discovered some baseline behaviors and supplements that changed everything for me. They actually worked. And they've also helped a ton of people that I care about. I'm here to shorten your learning curve so you don't have to spend your nights endlessly scrolling Amazon looking for that one thing that's actually going to help you. So be sure to stick around to the end where you're going to be able to download my free guide to the best supplements for gut health and bloating. You can also find me on Instagram at Wendy Loves Oils, where I share fun tips for healthy living. When we talk about gut bacteria, what is that? Have you ever heard the term microbiome? This is basically a collection of microorganisms that live in our digestive tract. We actually have more bacteria in our body than we do DNA. That should tell you how incredibly important our gut bacteria is. We have 2 types of bacteria, well, lots of types of bacteria in our gut, but we have bacteria that basically, to keep things really simple, either help us or harm us. The helpful bacteria help us digest our food, they help us to break down that food, and they help to extract the nutrients from the food that we eat so that we can actually use it in our bodies for healthy living. Good bacteria also help to keep our immune system really strong. But did you know that our gut microbiome also affects our mental health? I'm going to tell you how. Have you ever heard of the gut-brain axis? I want you to think of the gut-brain axis as like a super highway between your brain and your gut that has all different means of communicating, that makes communication between the gut and the brain possible. This happens between a network of nerves or neurotransmitters, hormones, and immune cells. This is literally how the gut and the brain communicate with each other. One way you can think about it is an air traffic controller on the ground telling the plane where to fly. You cannot have one without the other. So what does gut bacteria actually affect? Gut bacteria affects the production of neurotransmitters. These are little chemical reactions that make communication in our body between our cells possible, namely dopamine and serotonin. You may have heard those before. These are the feel-good chemicals. If our gut has a direct impact on the amount and the quality of dopamine and serotonin that we produce, you can see why this is so important for our mental state. Serotonin and dopamine, those 2 neurotransmitters, help to regulate our mood and our behavior. When our gut bacteria is out of whack, it can increase our chances of experiencing anxiety and depression. We refer to that as what's called dysbiosis. Think of it like you're going to a concert and you're hearing this beautiful concert, and then somebody's instrument is out of tune, and it just ruins the whole thing. That's how you can think of dysbiosis. When your bacteria are not in harmony in your gut, it causes inflammation. And if you know anything about inflammation, it is the enemy of everything that has to do with our human body. Inflammation directly affects how we feel. Second, studies have shown that your gut bacteria has a direct effect on your risk for autism, ADHD, and other spectrum issues. Why? Back to the neurotransmitters. Without the proper types and amounts of these neurotransmitters, it's very difficult, or it gets more difficult, to regulate our mood and our behavior. Remember that the gut and the brain are always working as a team. Third, dysbiosis in the gut can affect our cognition. What does that mean? Our ability to think clearly and to think quickly, for our brain to operate the way that it's supposed to operate. Our newest research is showing that our gut bacteria has a direct effect on our risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. Why? Back to inflammation, back to neurotransmitters, and a new word I'm going to teach you, which is oxidative stress, the aging of our cells. Your gut bacteria and the way that it interacts with your body can actually cause you to age more quickly. Now, I'm not talking about getting wrinkles and feeling older. I'm talking about the age of your cells. We do not want our cells aging, because what happens when our cells age is they don't they don't perform the way that they should, everything starts to break down. Remember, we are just a big conglomeration of cells. And if our cells are healthy, we're healthy. If our cells are tired, we're tired. If our cells are inflamed, we are inflamed. This is why we want to prevent oxidative stress at all costs. Think about like when you cut an apple and you leave it out on the counter and it starts to turn brown. That's oxidative stress. You're watching that happen. The oxygen reaches the surface of the apple and it starts to age the apple really quickly. That same thing happens to our cells. So how do we prevent this? How can we help our gut instead of hurt our gut? I'm so glad you asked. Now listen to me. I don't want to hear it. I know that making changes is not easy. I know it. I know it firsthand. When I was a little girl, back in the 70s, before it was popular, I had to go on elimination diets because I was all rashy. I had to take wheat out of my diet. I had to take dairy out of my diet long before this was a thing. So I understand. And in my 50 years of life, I have tried so many different things and tried to pretend that I could eat foods that are not good for my body. And so one of those, in my case, is gluten. When I eat gluten, all systems stop. Constipation rules, and it'll be a very long time before I can use the bathroom. I try to pretend that that's not true, but the truth is, for my body, that's just the way that it is. So I've learned to just let it go. Do I ever eat gluten? Yes. Do I eat things that I know are not good for me? Yes. But when we're talking about what I'm about to share with you, we are talking the 80-20 rule. So how do we fix this? It's not popular. What I'm about to tell you, you're not going to like it, but please don't leave, because the rest of the world is not going to tell you the truth. You're going to go to your doctor and he or she is going to tell you to take this pill or get these injections, or they're going to tell you that it doesn't matter what you eat. I'm here to tell you that that is not true. You must be aware of what you are putting inside of your body. The truth is that some foods will help you, and they will help you in a really big way. And some foods, they will not make you feel as great as you could. So if you're watching this, you want to feel better. So listen to me. You need to start eating more fruits and vegetables. Hold up, let me tell you why. Fruits and vegetables and whole grains have what is called prebiotic fibers in them. Probiotics, you can think of as like the good guys in your gut that are keeping everything good. They're helping the neurotransmitters. They're doing all the good things. They're reducing inflammation. Those are probiotics. Those are the good guys. What do they eat? How do they get strong? They eat prebiotics. And that is from fruits, vegetables, and whole grain foods. So if you will add fruits, vegetables, and whole grain foods to every single one of your meals, you will start to affect a huge change inside your gut. Now, this means you're going to have to remove some things that are not helpful to the gut. And right off the bat, that's processed food. If you're not ready to get rid of it altogether, reduce it. Start taking baby steps to reduce the amount of processed, packaged, boxed, bagged food that you put in your body, because this provides no food, nothing good for the soldiers that are trying to keep your gut strong and help your mental health be at its optimal peak. So if you're watching this video and you want to feel better, more fruits, more vegetables, more whole grains, and more fermented foods. Or you can always take a probiotic if you don't like to eat fermented fruits. Although I would recommend eating some raw sauerkraut, as it has phenomenal and just unmatched benefits. So I want to ask you, do you feel sad sometimes for no reason? Do you feel anxious sometimes for no reason? Trust me, I get it. There are some things that are out of our control, but this is in your control. You can do this. You can surround yourself with a community that values taking care of these bodies that we have so that you can feel better. You can do this, and I'm here to help you. In addition to putting all these great foods in your body, there are some clinical studies that have shown a very real impact on the good bacteria in your gut when you do the following things. Move your body. Move your body every single day for a minimum, honestly, even 10 minutes. Walk around the block, walk around the office, take the stairs, all the things that I'm sure you've heard. They put good bacteria in your butt, They put good bacteria in your gut and have a huge impact on your mental health. Did you know there actually have been a ton of studies that have compared antidepressants to exercise? And did you know that they come out almost even, and sometimes exercise even being more effective? That's because of the release of these feel-good chemicals that happen when we move our bodies. The next is managing your stress. There's got to be some times in your day, every single day, that you're decompressing. Is it journaling? Is it reading a book? Is it talking to a friend? Not screen time, not TV, something different that really causes a settling of your nervous system. This again has a huge impact on your gut. And finally, you need to be sleeping, and sleeping deep. We're designed to regenerate. Our bodies are magnificent and so smart. That repair that we need so desperately on a daily basis happens at night. And it also promotes good bacteria in the gut. So make sure that you're sleeping nice and deep. Do you have a sleep aid that you're using already? I have 2 secret blends of essential oils that are hands down my favorite. I always get a minimum of 7 hours a night, and I sleep deep. No waking up when I use these essential oils. If you want the recipe, message me and I'll send it to you. Now listen, you didn't get here overnight, and you're not going to fix this overnight. And usually the things that we value the most, we invest time and energy and resources into. And you are the vehicle that's going to take you through the rest of your life. So take some time, readjust some priorities if you need to, and make these adjustments in your life so that you can start to take control of your mental health and feel better. So why does the connection between gut health and mental health matter? Well, because essentially they're one and the same. If you liked this video and you found it valuable, please hit the subscribe button and follow me so you can be notified every time I upload new videos. Be sure to check out the rest of my channel where I talk about all things gut and how to help you get a better gut. As promised, go down in the description and you'll be able to download my free guide to the best supplements for gut health and bloating, which also happen to be the best supplements for your mental health. Be sure to click the link in the description to join my private Facebook group where I have all kinds of great resources to help you on your road to get a better gut. Thanks for watching, and please share this video with someone who you think can benefit.